The problem of Ghana is the church. You have not asked Akufo-Addo. You have not asked John Mahama. You have not asked John Ajekum Kufuor. You have not asked Tamils. You have not asked JJ. You are saying it's the church. You are sick. You are sick.
The church is being attacked today because it is God's interest. Anytime a pastor does something, you hear somebody come out. The problem of the Nigerian people is religion. You see one blogger will come out with his head like improper fraction. The problem of the church is religion. When it's traditional worship, which is a religion in Nigeria, you don't talk. Your anger is not with religion, your anger is with Christians. You don't like pastors.
When did the church become the problem of Ghana? No. Do you give us your money to construct roads?
No. The problem with Nigeria is not religion. You say, oh, look at China, are they praying? China has over 200 gods. They don't post it on social media. Singapore, as serene as Singapore is, Singapore has 9 gods. Your problem is with Christianity. There's development in China because they don't post such things online. Your problem is that you hate Christians. You don't like Christians. That's your problem. And those doing this are those who were once in the church. You say, I've left the church. I'm no more going to the church. If you have left the church, why not leave church matters alone? You used to like the church. Now you hate the church. You don't understand the opposite of love. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. When you want love and you have now changed, you should not be interested in what concerns the church.
80,000. By the time Pastor Nelson was bringing a church member, that this church member has a need of rent, I said, Pastor Nelson, this week the church has paid over 80,000 Ghanas as rent. Where do we get the money from?
Every nation gets the leaders they deserve. I've left the church. I'm no more a Christian. I don't go to church anymore. Okay, now you have left the church. Why can't you rest? Is church the only thing you have left? Didn't you leave school? Are you a graduate? Didn't you leave business? You want us to open your chapter? If we start this Genesis, we'll see Revelation. No?
Then you sit and you speak anyhow. A church cannot have when they don't have. So stop criticizing the church of God. And I came and they did not. We don't have the money. Where is your mother?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from Canada. I want to believe by the grace of Jesus Christ you are doing great, and I want to believe you had a very wonderful, fruitful weekend. This video that I bring to you is very important to me because it has something to do with our continent, Africa, and our country, Ghana, and any country in sub-Saharan Africa. This video is for you. This is a message from Prophet Elbernard, and he was preaching in church, and what he said was about why people have such a bad idea or bad characterization of the church, as if the church is the problem of Ghana. You know, many Ghanaians, when they speak, what they say is that the church is the problem of Ghana, the church is the problem of Africa, and some to make it generic, and then they will say religion is the problem of Africa, religion is the problem of maybe Nigeria, Ghana, or West Africa, Africa. And all that they are saying is that the reason why we are suffering is because we are religious. And most of them, when they say religion is the problem of Africa, what they mean is that Christianity is the problem of Africa. Because you don't normally hear Muslims saying that religion is the problem of Africa. You don't normally hear that. You don't normally hear ex-Muslims saying that. You only hear Christians or ex-Christians or people who are atheists or anti-Christianity. Those are the people who normally say, oh, Christianity or religion is the problem of Africa. But what about those countries that are rich, that are almost 100% religious? Saudi Arabia is very rich and it is 100% Islamic. Qatar is very rich, Kuwait, and most of these Arab nations, they are very, very religious, and yet they are rich. So if religion is a problem, why nations don't develop? Then these Arab nations shouldn't develop. Look at UAE or Dubai. Okay, look at all these countries. They are very rich. Even until recently, Libya was very rich. Gaddafi, Libya, it was very rich. When Gaddafi was the president of Libya, Libya was very rich. Okay, so religion cannot be the problem of nations. Why nations don't develop? The reasons why nations don't develop might be other reasons. So that is what I want to bring to you. That is what I want us to share. That is what I want us to study today. So I'll plead with you, if today is your first time visiting my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop your comment, because I want to learn something from you. So let us go to the video. What the man of God, Prophet Elbernard, was saying was that many people don't know what the church is doing. The contribution of the church is beyond what we can quantify. is beyond what we can number. You see, the contribution of the church, giving money to people, helping people pay rent, helping people pay school fees, giving scholarships. These are all the things that the church is doing behind the scenes, which many people don't know, and yet people think that the church doesn't have any benefit. But before I go to what Prophet Elbernard said, you might probably have heard many people say religion is impeding the progress of Ghana, religion is impeding the progress of Nigeria, religion is impeding the progress of Africa. Probably you might have heard that.
Religion is impeding progress in this country.
And like I said, most of the people, when they say religion, what they mean is Christianity. Because the people that hate God or hate Christianity, they don't so much hate Islam. It is one of the irony that I have found or discovered among the people that normally criticize Christianity or criticize the Bible. I don't see the same people criticizing the Quran. I don't see the same people criticizing Islam to the same degree they criticize Christianity. If religion is the problem, then why should these Arab nations develop? They are very rich. Now, before I go to what Prophet Elbernard said, I want us to look at something that somebody said. He is a Ghanaian and he spoke in Twi, a Ghanaian language, and what he said was so marvelous. If you're a Ghanaian, you will understand this video. Probably if you're not Ghanaian or you don't understand Twi, you might not be able to understand. The guy made very important statement, and I want us to go and listen to that, and then I will continue after that.
Ne doba Yesu Kristo no de na mame no ma adwe timi kire me nse eye broni na de bedaada me na me wura fi me ho me amesi me nyansani no na me hu sampa broni na de Yesu abedaada me de kyo sama bedaada me ntimi hia na so mato TV abodem a hwe TV na chi a emfri Ghana mato ka metim matimi agi broni ka edisa me de ka ne na ma enya kwanhia atisika a ne boode ne akoto ka me amadwe mu me hu ne se broni nya eso de plane be si ho makotrem se ekoja amesi hi se koja amesi hi me wo gidie se broni plane wedi be kokodu ni kurum wo de ship be si nsuo so said me ko wura epunim manya gidie beta sem no e frankrofo bi so mo tworo ye no a enye omompo asem efi se ansa na ye benya pen na ye de atworo ne fo bi nsa so ye benya bicycle atworo efo bi nsa so onyankopon asem no e wo ho na awurade wonya biribi ofani pa so obehu onyankopon ofani pa so nti se awurade ka bi be kire obi na wo tworo a enye nipa na asem na sa asem ne ba me nkyere be ka kire wo se e yo nipa we na tworo ye eti se nipa we odi asem ya ble me gidie enye ye asem na si ja akro no emfo beyire mo apo asem no wo se donyanko so hono me sefo bi nsa so na baaye eti enye no kore but plane no abesi wadi mi kofa wie mu no magye dia kotrem ship na de me kofa epunyina mfimfini no magye dia kotrem ka no de bere me no magye dia kotrem phone no de baaye no magye phone no yusu me wie me si asem na fa no so e baaye na enye ono kora asem no asem ne nye de mama do me nua ama do me nyonko sa me hono de mama huru bone ama me huru papa no me se no de enye nipa bɛn na meye nyansa bɛn no ene wo me mu no se me ka se me kyire mu se me nyansa ne dia me yese ananse se mu kwaku ananse ewie me kwasia.
Isn't it interesting that the people who claim that Christianity is a white man's religion, Google is also a white man's idea, vehicle that we use is a white man's idea, the phone we use, okay? You have the confidence to go into MRI for an MRI machine to scan you. That machine was invented by a white man. You can sit inside a ship and you don't know whether the ship is going to drown you or not. You have faith inside what the white man has made, and the ship is able to take you to your destination. You have faith to onboard an aeroplane that was also made by the white man, and even though you think the white man is evil, you have faith in what he has done, and you are able to onboard an aeroplane. So many people who criticize Christianity and they call it white man's religion, they don't really think deep. That is why I believe every road of truth leads to Christ. I see people who speak against Christianity and the Bible. They speak out of bitterness, out of false sophistication of intellectualism, out of shallowness of critical thinking. Most of them, they don't think deeply, and so they speak out of anger, they speak out of hatred against Christianity. So I want us to go and listen to what Prophet Elbernard said, what the man of God said. I want us to go and listen to it, and then I will continue after that.
God has designed his house to be resourced by the faithful generosity of his people. The design of God for the church to have money is through the faithful giving of his people. So when the people don't give, the church doesn't have resources to give. Someone said, Pastor Nelson, you came to me about 3 weeks ago and you said that, oh, this church member accommodation, how much did that tell we are paid that week? No, how much did that say?
80,000.
By the time Pastor Nelson was bringing a church member, that this church member has a need of rent, I said, Pastor Nelson, this week the church has paid over 80,000 Ghana as rent. Where do we get the money from? Where do we get the money from? Then you sit and you speak anyhow. A church cannot help when they don't have. So stop criticizing the church of God. And I came and they did that. We don't have the money. Where is your mother? The problem of Ghana is the church. You have not asked Akufo-Addo. You have not asked John Mahama. You have not asked John Ajekum Gufo. You have not asked Tamils. You have not asked JJ. You are saying it's the church. You are sick. You are sick. When did the church become the problem of Ghana? No. Do you give us your money to construct roads? No. Can I preach? Your tithes, your offerings, and your sacrificial givings are spiritual act of worship. Anybody who says I love you but cannot give to you, that love is very suspicious. If you love the Lord Jesus Christ, giving to the cause of Christ will never. There are many millionaires who can sponsor the agenda of Christ, but they will not.
All that Prophet Elbernard was trying to let his congregants know was that the church is doing much more than what people think. The church is doing far, far more, which many people don't understand. I, as a Ghanaian, I know that the reason why there is normally wars happening in northern part of Ghana is because they don't have majority Christian population in the northern part of Ghana. I say this and sometimes people don't understand. You see, there are more Muslims in the northern part of Ghana than there are Christians. And so in the worldview of Christianity, when somebody offends you, our religion, okay, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, whom we follow, says that when someone offends you, forgive the person. There is no religious worldview, there's no other worldview in which you can forgive your enemy. Even Jesus said, forgive your enemy, love your enemy. You can't find that in Islam. You can't find that in our traditional religion. You can't find that anywhere. You can't find that in politics. In politics, you don't love your enemy. In our traditional ancestral religion, you don't love your enemy. In Islam, you can't love your enemy. It is only in Christianity that you can love your enemy. So the reason why I believe there is a lot of conflict in northern part of Ghana is because most of them are not Christians. And I always say that the day northern part of Ghana will be Christian majority, like the southern part of Ghana is Christian majority, a lot of things will change. But I know people who are shallow minded, they will not really understand what I said. They will not only would they not reject what I have said, they will even be insulting me. They will be fighting against me, and they will say I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know what I'm talking about. Now I want us to go and listen to what Apostle Johnson Suleman has said. I love this man of God very much. Of course, he's a human being. Sometimes I don't agree with some things that he says, but I think 99.99% of the things that he says, I really agree with him. He's a man of God, anointed and a blessing to this generation. I mean, he has said many things. He's from Nigeria, so you know, Nigeria and Ghana, we have a lot of things in common. This man of God has said that just like people say in Ghana that Christianity or religion is the reason why Ghana is not developing, they say the same thing in Nigeria. And when they say religion, they don't mean the African traditional religion. They don't see that as religion. They only see Christianity as the problem of Nigeria. The same thing applies to most people who criticize Christianity in Ghana. Okay, so let us go and listen to what Apostle Johnson Suleman said. It is they were very, very insightful revelations that he brought, and I want to believe that you'll be able to learn something. If you don't mind, write something down. I mean, some of the things that he's saying, write them down. You can use them in your arguments. You can use them in your debates against people who think that, oh, Christianity and religion is the reason why Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, the reason why we are not developing is because of Christianity. That is not true. It is not true. If religion is the problem, you see, even United States, it is a Christian majority. It is a Christian majority country. Europe, until recently, all the European countries were Christian majority country. Until recently, were Christian majority countries. No wonder they got developed. Europe became developed because they were all Christian majority countries. Today, atheism and secularism and all the other isms have taken over Europe. but the remnant and the relics of Christianity can still be found in Europe. Okay, and Europe became rich. So if religion is what impedes progress, then Europe and America couldn't have been rich. Okay, Israel is a Jewish country. They are rich, so it can't be religion. There is something more to the poverty of Africa, and Apostle Johnson Suleman did a good job in revealing to us why Africa is not developing. I have a lot of things to say. I'm going to make other videos about what people say about the reason why Africa isn't developed and how people accuse Christianity. You see, most of the people that accuse Christianity, like I said, they are not deep thinkers. They are shallow-minded people. On the surface, they appear to wax intelligent, but they are all false. But it is all false sophistication. They appear to be intelligent, eloquent, but they are not deep, because they don't critically rationalize. So people who claim Christianity is the problem of Ghana, or the problem of Nigeria, or the problem of Africa, you don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so let us go and listen to what Apostle Johnson Suleman said. And I'm going to wrap up here, and all that I would say is that if today is your first time visiting my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, like my video, drop your comment, because I want to learn something from you. And if possible, kindly share to others so that they also can learn something and we'll be able to do well. You see, if you're a Christian, these are some of the arguments you have to memorize. Memorize some of these arguments, stay some of these videos, so that you'll be able to use it to defend the Bible and to defend the cause of Christ whenever you come into the midst of people who are anti-Christianity or anti the Bible, so that you'll be able to debate, so that you'll be able to make your arguments and make it strongly. Okay, until we meet again, take good care of yourself, stay safe, stay out of trouble, love the Lord Jesus Christ with all your heart, and love fellow human beings as yourself. Thank you very much. Bye.
I think the church is being attacked today. The church is being attacked today because it is God's interest. Anytime a pastor does something, you hear somebody come out. The problem of the Nigerian people is religion. You see one blogger will come out with his head like improper fraction. The problem of the church is religion. When it's traditional worship, which is a religion in Nigeria, you don't talk. Your anger is not with religion, your anger is with Christians. You don't like pastors. The problem with Nigeria is not religion. You say, oh, look at China, are they praying? China has over 200 gods. They don't post it on social media. Singapore, as serene as Singapore is, Singapore has 9 gods. Your problem is with Christianity. There's development in China because they don't post such things online. Your problem is that you hate Christians. You don't like Christians. That's your problem. And those doing this are those who were once in the church. You say, I've left the church, I'm no more going to the church. If you have left the church, why not leave church matters alone? You used to like the church, now you hate the church. You don't understand the opposite of love. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. When you want love and you have now changed, you should not be interested in what concerns the church. The problem of Nigeria is bad leadership and lawlessness. The person that will change Nigeria, his first agenda will be law and order. We are lawless in this country, very lawless. Even those who are looking for good governance are lawless. Those people in the different states are stealing with the pen. You are causing damage with your phone. This tribal war, who is posting it? Is it government? Yorubas fighting Igbos, is it government? You are lawless. If there is law, the first agenda of a leader that will change Nigeria is law and order. So you must get to understand this thing, that the problem of Nigeria is not religion. Qatar is developed. When Qatar, the other time it was Ramadan, they didn't give anybody in the hotel food. They said everybody must fast. What's more religious than that? They made fasting compulsory for even Christians in the land. You check into a hotel, they don't feed you. You go to Dubai during Ramadan, they don't feed you. But they are developed because there is law and order. You will keep shouting, you keep doing, hey, our leader, you are worse. Every nation gets the leaders they deserve. I've left the church, I'm no more a Christian, I don't go to church anymore. Okay, now you have left the church, why can't you rest? Is church the only thing you have left? Didn't you leave school? Are you a graduate? Didn't you leave business? You want us to open your chapter? If we start this Genesis, we'll see Revelation. No? We see life from the color of our minds. What you choose to see is what you will see. If you want to see evil in the church, you will see abundance of it. But if you want to see good, you will be so shocked that so many good things are happening in the church. I know there are many fake pastors. It's true. I'm not denying it. But there are many genuine men of God. So stop this nonsense. This anger you have at the church. Hey, please, your blood pressure is my concern. Because the more you are hating the church, the more the church is rising. What your opinion is irrelevantly, infinitesimally, consequentially material. So change your mind. The church is not your problem. Face your leader. China don't pray. Says who? China is not religious. Says who? Japan is not religious. Says who? Qatar is not religious. Says who? The strongest currency in the world is Kuwait. It's the strongest currency. It's a religious nation. The second strongest currency in the world is Bahrain. It's a religious nation. The third is Oman. It's a religious nation. The fourth, I think, should be Qatar also. It's a religious nation. I'm not telling you nations that I've not been to. I'm telling you nations that I've not just been there. We have churches there. So I have members who live there. China, you see today, China has 1,000 gods that they serve. But you can never see them post it online because they are carving the image they want the world to see. China has 1,000 gods. Oh, Nigeria we go to church too much. We don't even go to church. In America, do they go to church? America is about 65% Christians. America is 60-something percent, over 65% Christians. Nigeria is 40-something percent Christians. 40-something to 54% Christians. America is more Christianly than Nigeria. Am I following what I'm saying? So those attacking the church, you can now see that they are possessed. I'm trying to prove to you that they are possessed. Ghana, you see Ghana? Ghana, yeah. Ghana is 71% Christian. Ghana is more Christianly than Nigeria. Why are they against Nigeria? It's not just Nigeria. They have a fundamental problem. There's no definite number of gods in Chinese methodology, as the pantheon is blah, 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 blah. There are over 1,000. Now, you cannot want the development of China on the recklessness of Nigeria. If you want to be as developed as China, also be ready to go through what their cities go through. You cannot talk. You cannot post. You cannot do nonsense. Are you following what I'm saying? Have you seen their children on TikTok and others? They post walk. Have you seen them shaking bomb? Have you seen them doing those things? You can't see that. Many of you have Facebook, you have whatever. Look at people being helped. The videos are there. Go to cut them, post them. Begin to let people who want to see good things about church always come to your page. Whenever they come to your page, say, this is your page. You are going to be shocked that some great believers will be observing you. That anytime I want to fill my mind and encourage myself with church, I come to your page. All the positive things, miracles, healings, promote it, because the truth is this: if you don't preach, the devil will preach.
Bible no eye broni no be yen slave wa ene Africa ahwe asema ye bre up to today. I will be broni kuro mu awo bre no eye no broni kuro ya na de Bible ne Quran ne bre o say wo di huma na chi a wo benya nkwaje amakra opanyini na heaven bi wo ho na nka broni no be ye slave no ono ni se kuro bi wo ho aye konanti gold so a wo ni slave no wo be ko bi
ne doba Yesu Kristo no de na ma me no ma adwe timi kire me nse eye broni na de be daada me na me wura fi me ho me amesimi ye nyansani no ne me hu sampa broni na de Yesu abedaada me de cho sama bedaada me ntimi hia na so mato TV abodem a hwe TV na chi a emfri Ghana mato ka metim matimi agi broni ka edi se me de ka ne na ma enya kwanhia atisika a ne bode ne akoto ka me ma dwe mu me hu ne se broni nye eso de plan be si ho makotrem se e ko ja mesi he se ko ja mesi he me wo gidie se broni plan wedi be kokodu ni kurum wode shepu be si nso so said me ko wura epunim manya gidie beta sem no e frankrofo bi so mo tworo ye no a enye omompo asem efise ansa na ye benya pen na ye de atworo ne fo bi nsa so ye benya bicycle atworo efo bi nsa so onyankopon asem no e wo ho na awurade wonya biribi ofani pa so obehu onyankopon ofani pa so nti se awurade ka bi kire obi na wo tworo a enye nipa na asem na sa asem ne ba me nkere mbeka kire wo se e yo nipa we na tworo ye eti se nipa we odi asem ya bla me gidie enye ye asem na si ja akro no emfo beyire mmo apo asem no wo se donyon so hono me sefo bi nsa so na baaye eti enye no kore but plane no abesi wadi mi kofa wiemu no magye dia kotrem ship na de me kofa epunyina mfimfini no magye dia kotrem ka no de bra me no magye dia kotrem phone no de baaye no magye phone no yusu me wie me se asem na fa ne so e baaye na enye ono kora asem no asem na nye die mama do me nua amama do me nyonko sa me hono die mama huru bone amama huru papa no me se no de enye nipa bɛn na meye nyansa bɛn no ene wo me mu no se me ka se me kyire mu se me nyansa ni dia me yese anansese mu kwakwa nanse ewie me kwasea